hi Diva, it's Jodi Summer here. Welcome back to my YouTube page. How you doing? So we have already done my own makeup video, trying new things just by myself. We've done Trixie Mattel makeup video, which girl, struggle bus galore. I'm gonna talk about it in a second. And now I wanted to take a little look in the past. I don't want to just look forward to see what the bright future could be for Jodi Summer makeup look. Iconic, idealistic, perfect. Nothing that I'm right now. But I want to take a look of what I used to do with my goddamn face and celebrate the journey I've been through and how far I've come. Look, I know there's still a lot of struggles, but girl, what you're going to see, you're gonna gag. You're gonna have respiratory issues. Look, I'm just trying to recreate looks that I did in the past or have had done on me in the past. Trying to recreate it not necessarily as faithfully as possible, but more of a way of like, how would I approach what I tried to do back then? Now, more drag, more precision, more technique, more skill. So let's get into it, but before we do, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, give a like, all that sweet participation contribution stuff, Diva. Okay, my eyebrows are set, which obviously you can't see them anymore because they're so well blended to my face. We already did that joke twice. I know I have too light of a fucking foundation, shut up. Like I've said, I have a lot of looks that I've done in the past that are like on Instagram and shit. I haven't actually started doing makeup with drag makeup. I try to be like a makeup artist on Instagram and YouTube, I guess, and stuff like that, which just didn't work out because fuck my life. But the way it really started is with the look I want to do today, which is technically already cheating because it's not a look that I did on myself, it's a look that somebody else did for me. But it is the first time somebody put makeup on me and drag makeup on top of that, and really was the gateway for me to create Jodi Summer and be here with you today. So you're welcome and thank you. So this is the look that my dear friend Tara did for me back in, I believe 2017, 2018 maybe. I'm just gonna try to recreate that, see how well I can do it. If I've learned anything since 2018, which would be fucking nice, wouldn't it, bitch? I know I'm getting so aggressive about that. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to make sure my hands aren't glued together. Okay, so looking at the base, clearly, I look very pale, and if you look at the line on the neck, it is more pale than my actual skin tone. My friend wasn't really using foundation just for my skin, she was using the one that fits her skin, which makes sense. Which is also a blessing, because again, I will get it, I promise. I promise to you all, I will get it at one point. I'm busy right now, I'm helping my friends with stuff. We're gonna get through that. Just stay with me for now. It really looks like war paint right now. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, crazy. So if you recall, in my first video, I've had issues with blending this foundation. Not because of the foundation, let me say, because I am 99% sure it's kind of the mix of the foundation with the primer I'm using right now. Previously, when I was using like potty primer from e.l.f., it was blending just fine with the blending sponge. The super grip one, again, the grip is gripping, Diva, because it's gripping so much that I cannot blend it with a blender, girl. But since then, I've realized that with this lovely foundation brush from Mitchell, made by Mitchell, it actually blends just fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna blend it with this first, and then I guess I'm gonna set it with the blender. But at the end of that, and it's gonna look Diva fabulous. So to give a little bit of context to like how this even came to be, in 2017, like 2 years after I moved into England, I started studying music and singing. And like, I didn't know anybody at first. It was like a difficult time for me in the beginning because like I didn't know anybody. I was still new to the country, really. I had a lot of trauma back from Poland, but I was also very dedicated to like making new friends, because it wasn't only the fact that I didn't know anybody, it was also the fact that nobody knew me. So in a way, it was a clean slate. I was like, you know what, just go to the divas, because I also obviously was always more drawn in my life to women than men. I wonder fucking why, looking like this nowadays. I mean, don't get me wrong, men draw me in for other reasons, obviously, mostly their dicks. So like, I started going to like my fellow singer divas and started giving them compliments and stuff, just to make friends, you know. It was just like, oh my god, I love your voice, which it was true, but like for me, it was a big fucking challenge, girl. Let me tell you, Diva was depressed, Diva had anxiety issues, social anxiety. Oh my god. I still have some of that stuff in me, but obviously I can manage it much better. Like, I've had experience dealing with this by now. I look just as stark white as I did back then. Let's do the contour now. I'm trying to look at the photo and figure out how she did it, because my nose seems still quite white, which I would narrow it down for sure. It's like a suggestion of contour. It's fine. It's not fine for me right now. I need to do it. There's no contour on my forehead, which is crazy. Maybe it's just the lighting. I'm definitely gonna do contour. I do see the light on my cheeks and it feels a little bit sharp, so I could try to do that. And obviously there's also sharp line. It's giving a little bit of Trixie. It's giving a little bit of Trixie in there. Suggestion of Trixie Mattel. But we can work with that, Diva. Is this right? I don't know, Diva. We're gonna have to blend it out before we say anything. It is quite wide, the thing in there, the whole contour. Like, the line is quite wide. I do believe that's how I made friends with Tara. Just, you know, give her a compliment, because, again, she was a great singer. And her makeup. She was one of those divas who was always doing full drag queen makeup. Crazy, but impressive. Because, like, back then, I didn't do makeup much, or at all. So, for me, it's like, wow, this looks crazy. But also, great. Cunt. Yes, mama. And then we managed to kind of bond by one time going to Spoons. Don't judge. I don't go there anymore, obviously. We would bond talking about Steven Universe of all things. And that was like so funny to think about it now. But it was a good show for me. And like, I love a sentimental cartoon that's also a musical. Don't judge me. And one day Tara was just like, girl, come to my place. I can do your makeup. And then we can watch some Drag Race. Never did that before. And we're gonna have a great time. So I was like, sure, let's do that. I have a friend. Oh my god. Crazy. This is way more than I should have used. Fucking hell. Talk about heavy-handed, bitch. See, no, the Trixie Mattel makeup I did traumatized me. This is why she should have been stuffed. Right, let me fix some of that with the concealer, bitch. Girl. But also what was funny is that because she lived out of town, so we had to get a train to get to her place. Girl, once we got there, she realized she forgot her keys to her flat, which was hilarious. It's hilarious now. I didn't enjoy it by then. So I had to wait for her housemates to like get there and let us in, obviously, who was, I don't know, he was working or something. So we're waiting at a bus stop and then this random chavish bloke, I don't even know what to call that diva, just approaches us and he's like flirting with her and he's telling her to like, oh, ditch this loser and come with me, like for a shag or something. And I'm like, girl, look, I wasn't looking like this. I wasn't as flamboyant as I was back there. I was still fighting myself before I became the beautiful butterfly you see before your very own eyes. But Diva, she was still giving a cigarette with a capital F, if you know what I mean. You know, girl. And he was like, if you come with me later for a shag, I can bring you a ladder so you can get to your flat. So I think she said sure, because she thought he wouldn't do that. But then 10 minutes later, lo and behold, that diva comes back with a fucking ladder. An old, wooden, falling apart ladder, but there it is, you know? He was ready for a kiss already, like a diva that he was. But eventually her housemate like managed to come in and it was fine and we didn't get... It was a little bit scary, because again, cigarette with a capital F, what would I do if something happened? Diva. And the rest is history. She did the makeup that you can see on the screen over here. We watched some Drag Race for the first time, which back then it was like season 10, I believe. And look, I know there's like a lot of things that made this season not necessarily the best in the whole series. It's not a horrible season, but I understand that it's also not the best. It's not a great season. Fuck's sake. Ow! Oh my god! I'm getting abused by my microphone. But like, let's be honest, girl, this was my introduction to Drag Race, so I could not be more fascinated and more thrilled to be watching that shit. The only thing I was focused on is seeing those fierce divas living the true tea, living fiercely, and spilling the tea. This is terrible. Oh, this is no. Tina, no! Sorry, I'm trying to do a Catherine Feelings impression. And I do remember like really feeling my O's back then when she did that makeup. You couldn't tell from this picture. She did not know anything about posing. She did not know anything about like, ooh, yes, mama. I do know anything about my good angles, which obviously I just want to have only good angles because I have no hair. Could you tell? Obviously I'm gonna make this all bigger and we're gonna start by actually bringing my eyebrows where they should be. I don't blame Tara for the way she did my eyebrows. I blame myself. She was doing her god there best to get those fucking eyebrows to stick, but they couldn't because they were thick. You know, back in the day, I didn't really used to pluck my eyebrows. I used to like pluck the middle so I don't have a unibrow because I am a man. I wasn't doing anything apart from this at the time. They were thick, bushy, saying hello, and it was a travesty. I think she only glued like this part properly and then covered that because you can tell, you can see from the picture like it's my eyebrows. The ends, drawn. Middles, not. I've been plucking them properly. I trimmed them. She is fierce now and I can actually handle it, and I've learned to glue them myself. We got the good stuff for the glue. It's all fabulous. But they are a little bit thick on the thicker side, so I'm gonna try to recreate that too. So once she turns, it does go a little bit down. Could I try to do like little strokes of here? Let's do that. You know, what can go wrong? I think that's the brow. I think that's very good, comparable. Yes. Okay, that's the brows. Look, it's giving late 2010s brow. It's giving that James Dean, what? James Charles. Fucking hell, it's giving that James Charles eyebrow, isn't it? It's just big and meaty. And look, I'm not normally opposed to things that are big and meaty, but it's a brow that's dated. It's not bad, but it's dated. Nowadays, I definitely prefer eyebrows that are a bit more dainty, a little bit more thinner, a bit more feminine, but it's not bad. They are so uneven. Girl, what did I do? Why do I always do that? No, I can fix it. I can fix it. I can still fix it because I just need to bring this one a little bit closer. Fucking hell. Is this even? No, it's fucking not. It's really giving a bushy eyebrow that I used to have back in the day. Girl. Okay, let me put it on my face now. This really needs to stay here. It'll be so bad if I manage to ruin this. Also, I'm not criticizing Tara. I'm obviously criticizing myself. She had nothing to do with this. Take my breath, never let go. I'm trying to figure out how to do this to make it drag, because one thing I do is a lot of cut creases nowadays for drag makeup. There's nothing like that here. There's no cut creases, which is also weird because cut creases were really a thing back in the late 2010s. But we're talking more about beauty makeup, not drag makeup, except now I'm doing drag makeups except instead of beauty makeup. So I don't really know what I'm talking about is what I'm trying to say. So there is definitely, you know, a splash of blue on the eyelids and only one blue. There is some shimmer on top of that though, so there's different shade of blue actually. I'm a liar. There's another like splash of shimmer underneath the eye with a bit of pink on the outer lower corner. Liner that goes from like thin to thicker in the end. A lot of black in the waterline and shit. And no eyelashes, which obviously we're gonna do eyelashes. Girl, trust and believe. But this is very aquamarine, kind of mermaid blue, greeny blue. So let me see if I can find anything that's remotely close to that color. No. Alright, I don't necessarily have this kind of shade in the arsenal. I have no idea what she used. I never asked her what eyeshadow she was using. I didn't do makeup back then. Why would I be asking what eyeshadow is she using? So I'm gonna try to experiment a little bit. Great idea, Jodi. And I'm gonna try to mix two colors together. I feel like a mixture of, first of all, Ethereality by Jolie Beauty. I want to mix Wings and Kingdom to create what I'm gonna use on my eyelids. Okay, let's pray. Also, speaking of Steven Universe and sentimental cartoons that are musicals, I have recently finished watching season 2 of Hazbin Hotel. Loved it, gal. It's just such a good show. It's not just how the show is so interesting, it's also interesting how such a big haters it has. Like, it's crazy. It's so bad that it actually has like its own subreddit for just the haters. But it also makes me think of like how many people just don't spend enough time outside. Like, why do you feel so strongly about a show that you have to go online and shit on such a small things? There's like, if you go online, there's like people criticize crazy stuff. Obviously there are things you could criticize about the show, like the pacing being of not enough episodes happening, which by the way, the episode stuff I don't think is like the fault of the creator of it. It's more of a thing of the brands and companies that air those shows that only let them go for 8 episodes per season, which is bullshit. But I'm not gonna complain to the creator about it because they don't have control over how many episodes they're allowed to stream to us. Like, people are complaining that, oh, why is this character that's piece of shit getting like this kind of redemption? To give them depth, bitch. They're a cartoon, they're imaginary, they're fictional. If you're so angry about a character, I don't know, having more depth than just being shitty before they eventually gonna get, you know, whacked, whatever. Go outside, go touch some grass. Diva, please do us all a favor. And it was a similar thing with Steven Universe back in the day, and it's kind of another thing of like why I don't exactly enjoy being in fandoms and just spending too much online, obsessing over things. Anything, it's not just shows, like even Lady Gaga. I used to love Lady Gaga a lot, and I still do. I still adore her so much for like the work she's doing. But like some of the fans are crazy. Some of the dedication some people have to her is actually a little bit insane. Like people need sometimes to get alive and just experience things from the outside thing. I love her so much, but I'm not gonna idolize her. I don't idolize things anymore. I'm too old for this shit. I'm gonna add a little bit more blue to this whole mixture, just to, well, I guess make it more fucking blue. What do you expect from me? On another note, I am doing obviously a lot of videos actually, because this is the third video I've already done in this series. I haven't obviously posted everything. I did two that haven't recorded yet. I recorded the Trixie Mattel video like 3 days ago, but then I'm doing this one so quickly because I realized I'm going on holiday soon and I need things to do when I'm there. Alright, I'm gonna be bored. Diva boots. So Christmas is upon us, and well, I don't necessarily like celebrate it myself. My family does, and I haven't seen them in a long time, specifically on Christmas. So I thought to myself, why not be a good witch of Christmas present? That's the thing, right? Just celebrate Christmas together, like we used to when I lived in Poland. So anyway, you know, I love my family a lot, because obviously you do, as one does. I'm not a monster, but they're not as young as they used to be when I was a child, obviously. Every now and then we're gonna go out for like a dinner or to do some shopping. But for 2 weeks, most of the time I'm gonna spend just doing nothing. So I need things to like do, to kill the time, to not want to jump off the window because of boredom. Don't be worried. I also have issues when I'm recording stuff, because like I don't really know in the moment whether I'm funny or not, because I'm trying to be funny and I'm trying to be entertaining, and I never really know in the moment if I am such a thing or whether she's nothing of the sort. But then when I'm editing it, usually it sorts of out. It's like, oh Diva, you're fine. This is a 3-hour long video that I'm doing right now, and I'm editing it into 20 minutes, more or less. The amount of editing that goes into everything, and just like amount of cutting stuff and just pacing it, it's crazy. Because then I'm like, oh yeah, it's hilarious. Putting starry eyes on top of that to give it more shimmer. I don't have any shimmer close to it. It looks like I do, but trust me, I don't. This is way more purpley than it looks here. This is way more black than it looks here. Oh fuck, I'm ruining everything. Scheiße. So I'm just gonna take the most neutral of all the shimmery shades and put it on top of you. I don't know if I shouldn't put it higher as well. Like, I know it was only on the lid, but again, we're trying to drag it up. And like in drag, I exaggerate the lid by a lot, especially with my hooded fucking eyes. She's from the hood, Diva. Is it giving? I can't tell from here, this is too far away. Oh my god, okay, I've made an executive decision. Okay, I'm going back to Spellbound palette. Intention, because we're putting this stuff on with intention and purpose. We're doing purposeful makeup today, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I do like the mix of both of those shimmers. It's given. I don't know how much pigment I'm actually gonna get underneath there. I'm gonna go with white magic underneath my eye. Again, I have no idea what the fuck she used on me back then. I can only hope that whatever I use on me today is gonna give it justice. So we're here to celebrate Tara and her influence on me to become even bigger of a forget. I don't know if I should censor that word. I'll make my mind up. I mean, it's something. It's okay. It's fine. And then just this like random splash on the corner. I'm gonna go back to ethereality into Oh! I keep doing this shit. A storybook. Fuck, you know. How do I blend it now? I didn't think that much through, did I? I don't want to drag it to the edge, possibly. So it kind of like, I don't know, sticks together better. I think she brought it a little bit like under the eye as well there. That's alright, that's okay. It's alright. I would make it more darker. For me, it's a bit bright, like the whole thing. There isn't enough depth for like what I usually do. Again, not a criticism, it's just like what I would have done with my professional expertise. Because I'm perfect. Don't look at my other makeup. Don't expose me like that! Okay, I think she is ready for the eyeliner. My favorite part! I did learn from my mistakes last time when I used all gel liner. Why I call it gel? It's not really a Polish way of spelling it. Just call it gel. I made it gel. The oui, mademoiselle gel. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So she was keeping it quite thin inner corner, which I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna keep it thinner in the inner corner because I don't do that shit anymore. So last time I only used gel liner for everything, which was not good for like the shaping everything. So I figured out if I use the pen liner first and then maybe gel to fill it in, it might work better. Have I tried it? No! Let's find out! I do have this little pocket over here that I guess I'm trying to follow. Because I did see a video of somebody suggesting that if you have hooded eyes, instead of doing this when you're doing your liner, because if you do this, the shape is distorted afterwards. So somebody suggested if you have hooded eyes, then you just do it when it's more hooded. But also she is like, the levels are not that deep between the middle and the outer corner, so maybe I need to bring the middle in. Let's be honest, I have very hooded eyes, which it makes me struggle a lot with the shape of my eyeliner, and that's a big thing I have noticed, and a big thing I need to work on, obviously. But also, usually when I look for tutorials for like hooded eyes, people seem to have like even more hooded eyes than I do. Like their hooded eyes are hood the boots down house down boots the hood. Which then I'm like, okay, but like it still doesn't work that well for me. Which makes me think that I either need to just maybe level my wings so it's not as out there compared to like the middle of my eye, because then that might be what makes it so distorted. Or I just need to go Trixie Mattel route where I just cover my whole eyelid in the eyeliner. We might find out soon which one it needs to be. Okay, I don't hate this, but again, I think this has nothing to do with the look. This is me thinking forward to how I can do this fucking eyeliner, because I still want to learn how to do this eyeliner on me. I feel like if I do it, so maybe it goes like over here. If I do like normally, it might work best for what I'm serving. This is good, this is good, this is great. It's better than a lot of the shit I've done in the past. But she's always looking to improve. Just get, oh Lord in heaven, everything is falling apart. Oh. Okay, and the waterline, black waterline. I'm gonna do it off screen, because fuck you all bitches. Now that's what I call OnlyFans content. I tried to recreate the pose I did, because I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know how to pose at all. Some say I still don't. Mascara. Which, to be honest, I used to be confused. Why do I even put mascara on my lashes if I'm gonna put fake eyelashes on? And it wasn't until like the last Trixie Mattel video when she was like, you're hiding the lashes underneath the lashes, and the lashes that you have here are not exactly black. Which, mind blown, you learn something new every day. I guess I'm gonna warm it up a little bit with like a powdered bronzer that I have, just to do some shit, I guess. I just feel bored at this point, just trying to fill the time. But also I need to kind of do as many videos as possible right now. I'm not exactly gonna have time next week. Well, spoiler alert, is it a spoiler? I feel like by the time I'm post this video, it's gonna be way past that, but I'm helping my dear mother Alex Fincher with her competition that she's doing, big drag pageant. Go watch it. You're not gonna be able to because I'm releasing this after everything. I'm one of her backing dancers. We're doing a reverse Madonna here, at least with me, because I'm the only white person in the dancers. But I'm very excited. I'm really happy to help her. She's helping with some of my stuff, to which all I lost. But it's fine because we're gonna help her win. It's a great number and I'm very excited to be helping her with that. And I've seen everything. She's gonna win, and if she's not gonna win, then sue us. But the point is, because I'm preparing for that, I'm not gonna have time because I'm gonna do the performance and then 2 days later I'm off to Poland. I don't have time to record much shit between that. TikTok, bitch. TikTok. Now, she didn't really put any blush on me that I can see. It could again be a suggestion of a blush. And I say, fuck that. I do what I want. Once again, we're getting to a point in the video where I just don't give a shit anymore and I just do whatever I fucking please. Because you can't hold the bitch down. Just a little bit here. Just to, warm it up. Nothing too big on contour or blush, you know how it is. Just a natural woman. Off to Asda, do the groceries, take the dog out. Now, what I do appreciate is the amount of highlighter, Diva. Girl, she is glistening in here. I do be liking that, Diva. So we're gonna put a shitload of glitter highlighter on my face. Just to honor, I don't want to do too much of it than that. I never would do that. I think, again, I'm gonna be mixing colors because I obviously colored highlighter. I'm gonna mix blue with green and hope for the best. Oh, she put it all over, Diva. She is all over everywhere. Upside down, turn around, flip it and reverse it, kind of Diva shit. Because she's not afraid to show that she is that bitch. Oh no, not my nose. I forgot my nose. Can you tell I'm already over this video? I just want to be done. Like, talking and recording a video and doing makeup for like 3 hours. It's not crazy amount of work comparably, but I just want to be done. I just want to get on with my life, do some other stuff. This is kind of my last day out before I go to work. I mean, for another like less than 2 weeks. But still, I'm getting ornery. Okay, I'm not seeing much more highlighter anywhere else, which might be for the good. Let's be honest. We don't need to give her too much power. Okay, and then she has this very dark blue lip, which I have a blue lip, but it's not very dark comparably. Which also makes me a little bit sad because I remember back in the day when I was starting to do my makeup, I do remember there being much more options for colored lipsticks, which I loved personally. Because again, if you couldn't tell, the bitch loves a splash of color. I'm just a silly diva like that. It was easier to get, I don't know, like a purple, blue, orange lipstick. Back in the day, just go to next to other fucking brands, whoever else did it, I don't remember. I remember getting one blue one that like burned my lips and I couldn't use it ever again. I think it was like a horrible, like very pale kind of shape of blue. Like kind of like the way some people like have their hair colored, which is horrible. Just do it professionally, honestly, Diva. Let me just get a liner brush because I need to do stuff to this. This is very like precise. She really went deep into my cupid's bow and then made the rest of the lip bigger. This little dip upwards, which makes the whole thing look like a butterfly. I'm just gonna go like right in here. I really have no lip. Really British babe. And then she ends very sharply in the edge of the lip. Right, I think my dip's a little bit too early, so let me see if I can fix that. And another thing I'm gonna do, which is something my mother recently taught me, is to actually set a lipstick with the same color eyeshadow, which I guess I'm gonna do with just one of the eye brushes that I have. I just gotta make sure I don't dip into the pot again and wash this bitch as soon as possible. Alright, this is everything that I can really think of to do with this. Let me put on some lashes, get into drug, and let's see my final thoughts. Hi! Ignore my chest hair. I don't know if you can see it, but if you do, ignore it. Thank you! Well, I did it again, haven't I, Jerry? Let me try to do a pose that I did, like, on that fucking picture. Let me scoot here. Like, can you find 5 differences, honestly, Diva? I've actually really enjoyed this. Well, some of the things are dated, and some of the things I would not do for my drag makeup. Like, I definitely would have nowadays added more colors to my lids to like add more depth and shit. Maybe do a cat crease. I love a cat crease. Like, cat crease really is given it. But like, this is really fun, and like, let's be honest, this is very sentimental for me because once again, this is like more or less not the same, but you know what I mean, the same makeup that I had put on me that started Jodi Summer. I wasn't called Jodi Summer on that time, but she got there eventually, you know what I mean? And that means a lot. And to my dear Tara girl, I was supposed to message you before doing this video just so I know I can message you and maybe tag you and mention you, whatever. I'm gonna do it afterwards. But I want to say, if you're watching this, bitch, I miss you, I love you, I am so grateful that you showed me Drag Race, did this makeup for me, because it really influenced a lot of the shit since then, in the past 7 fucking years, Diva. If you didn't do that, I wouldn't be who I am today. And for that, I will always and forever be fucking grateful. And I love you so much. I already said that. And everyone else, let me know in the comments below if I did justice to the original, if I did it well enough. Obviously, I changed a bunch of things, and some things I didn't change that much. I don't know, I'm just trying to have fun. Leave my ass. So if you want to see more videos of this, stick around, subscribe, ring the bell. And I shall see you all in my next video. Ciao!